Okay, so I've got a question which is common amongst university students, which is I went to a mid-tier university, got a mediocre result degree. How do I get into investment banking, private equity? Well, it's not going to be the conventional route, because when you apply to Goldman Sachs and their human resources department and they put you in a pile, they're probably going to get rid of everybody who didn't get a 2-2. They're going to get rid of everybody who got a 2-2 or a third. Probably everyone who got a 2-1. So how do you get in? Well, you're probably going to have to do something extraordinary, given that you are asking something extraordinary of the field that you're applying to. And if it were me, I would probably write to the various CEOs and maybe even the board of directors of every single one of the companies that I'm looking to do, and probably find 100 of those in the private equity field. Now, if you need to ask me, how do I know who they are, then you should not be in private equity. Okay, because if you haven't come across the website, Google or LinkedIn, then you shouldn't be even thinking of getting into those fields. And you're going to have to write to them individually, and you're going to have to say to them, look, I've also written to your other board of director members and whichever other senior people, and I really want to be in this field. Because you're going to have to signal that you really want to be there, and you're going to hopefully have to get lucky. To be honest, everyone's going to be lucky if they get into any of the top tier companies, no matter how good they are. You're going to have to signal that you're keen. And as I said, hopefully one of them will take you under their wing and say, look, why didn't you start off on this position or that position or whatever? An alternative route in is you apply into the right firm, but in a different division. So, I don't know, human resources at Goldman Sachs, for argument's sake, and then work your way up or around. There is no magic bullet of me saying, you know what you should do? You should go to, do this back route. There isn't a backdoor security code which will give you entry. So you might also want to look at but like I said, every single private equity firm. So you might say, well, I want to go to private equity, not just investment banking or a corporate finance house. And I would make up my list on an Excel spreadsheet, get the names of each individual who I should be writing to of every firm, and rank them, which are your category A, category B, category C. I'd start off with category A, so start at the top. Let's take, for argument's sake, a Goldman Sachs or whatever. And then when you get the rejection letters coming through, work your way down and do it in batches of, 20 letters a week, and just keep working. And you never know which one of those is going to work out. But I suspect that's what you'd have to do. There's no point going through try and go through the regular human resources department of the investment banks you want to get into, but they'll be very methodical. But do it, I don't know what does the first class stamp cost nowadays anyway, or it's all online, isn't it? The online forms. But if you say, I don't want to spend the time, I can't be bothered sitting the exams and all the rest of it, you shouldn't be in the field anyway. So that's how I'd look at it. It's going to require a lot of grunt work.